one that Mama came off and shot the bird off the top of the windmill. And
I climbed the
I was quite excited that she could do such, because I'm sure that the Smiths lady never picked up a gun for sure.
I was just going to say, maybe I did. I didn't remember that, Mama. Mama talked about that.
She had to go up there to get you.
Up under here was a blacksmith shop under this corner, and there was a carpenter shop, and I don't know what.
Can you believe this weather? It is so wonderful. This is not the store.
This was the farm store for all the hands on the place.
And then when we were here, when Brad was growing up, this was his room, he said, with other furniture and all, but this was his room. Margaret called and told Jean to come down there with the truck. She wanted some to come back to Woodville, and that was one of the pieces that came back. Some others in yonder. And Vernon Dozier's wife had gotten this picture up here when, I guess when Papa arrived.
Yes, and I was used to staying here.
Should ask Gene and Edith if you can
do what you want.
The funniest thing, Brad
I remember
was
that
growing
is the
up,
store.
Yeah.
About 7.
Yeah. And that old safe over there was in the store.
I guess he wasn't
Oh,
7.
They rolled it out there on
Yeah.
the
Not
porch.
in school.
How
Little Belle was staying here with me. And
on the road.
And I looked at it and Brad
This is
says, Mama, I don't know how that got done. I don't know how. He had just gotten a new pocket knife. His first pocket
Did you
knife.
get the welcome sign?
But it's a good thing nobody sailed on the rail before you discovered it.
So
They had real videotaping the wedding, so he's got his camera out there. He's ready for pictures.
He's proud.
I'm doing
When I
it
ended
good.
up with Timmy with me,
Okay,
well, where was Jones? Yeah, she won't know where the ball falls.
right now.
A lot of history to this place.
It's back to a regular full size anymore, but that was ours for years and years. And then one out there in Brad's room was one original from here, and we had had it done queen size by the, you know, the rails that you can do. And it's queen size, but Gene built a little box
This
thing
is
about
Vietnam.
that to make it longer because he was so tall.
This is very pretty.
Well, don't feel like you got to take the whole tour. Feel like
Are you familiar with carbide line? They used to have these in Shiloh Church. You turned this little knob and struck a match and
It didn't have to strike a match, it had a spark on it.
Yeah.
and there's a tank out in the backyard about this big that has some kind of white stuff that
It's
mixes
carbide.
with water and it put a gas through here and
The tank was right by that front bedroom window, and you know, they pumped that out, all that white goo.
Right.
You go.
the tank's still here with the white stuff in it out in the backyard, but when we bought the house, we had it made electric.
That's an
And
unusual
what,
piece.
this one? Oh, okay, and
Well.
that was, this was
Well,
originally
Take
Woodville.
everything,
That's the
they had a
pipe.
value, and they took it to the campground and buried it in the sink.
Thought Sherman was coming through.
When we got it,
I didn't know that.
And when they got word that he was going a different way, they got that out, and it was at the campground for a long time. And after we moved here, We asked Mother if we could bring it here, and Jean put the glass and all, and we.
Well, then the sides to it.
Right.
So nice. Look at this
Well, now my
one.
girls gave
Isn't
me
this
this one back
beautiful?
way back yonder when they went high school.
Oh,
They made some money, and it works. It's just, we just can't remember to keep them all. All one.
We know about things like that.
Papa's house always sends
Is that a roll type piano?
Yeah, Jean and I like
What
it because
kind?
you can
Roll.
move a baby bed.
Piano roll?
Well, if you look on these old doors,
He
the
took
lock,
an old root knot and had, well, I
you
think
couldn't
I
care
had
for
to
two
put
keys.
screw eyes all over
Yeah.
it. It was sort of a
I am just
unusual thing.
amazed
So we have
what
quite a
y'all
few.
did with
and that's
this
fine.
house. You really worked hard on it,
It
didn't
took a
you?
while, and we still work.
Well, that's the
I
thing
know
that says
you
it's
do.
on the National Register right there. That's the thing that we,
I'll be sure to get it.
they don't ever stay straight there.
Picture the old house up there. I don't know if it's gonna glare at it or not. Come in, Brad.
We frightened him off.
You know,
She's
Will,
not willing
you know,
out. Come on, buddy.
and Will and Jenny. I left out Elinor without.
Well, I got well enough, and I was trying to say, who else is here? Well, like Sandra, you know, I always say Sandra and
Look at
Linda, and I
that.
said Linda,
Look
it was
at
Sandra.
the
Well, I
detail
said,
on
that's all right.
these.
I'm gonna call the wrong name when she looked at it. This is the original
I told
Carl
Mama
furniture.
until I was 12, I didn't know my name was
That was in that way the bed is.
You know, she started talking, Nina Laura, Sandra, you just go do it. I went, okay.
Oh, look at her little angel collection. It's got a little
Going all the way up the
collection.
steps and around.
Yeah, she's got quite a few of them. Well, have you been to the one?
We love angels.
Real like this. You got voice on that too?
We stopped at all of them, actually, and we're hunting paint stockings, so I'm trying to think what was.
That's where the front's supposed to be with 10 on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped at Bilo's and, food, so we backtracked to the Presswood.
Go ahead.
When you get up to it,
Just ask
there's a
her.
map up there, Columbia County.
Uh-huh.
I found that thing rolled up in the corner in here. Put it on a piece of plywood and tried to preserve it. It has a name of the people, where they live.
You know, it was someone big,
We'll build one Santa.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million.
And they
And
had one
I-
before, they
Well,
did
they
or
had
something,
one.
and tomorrow was pledge day, nobody made their pledge or something today.
Dot, when Mary Cathcart's house burned, after her house burned, she called us one day and said, told Jean and me to come up to that little brick house up there and with the truck. And she said that there was one piece of furniture that did not burn. And that she had it at the store and was working on it when the house burned. And it was a meal bin.
Oh, how wonderful.
How interesting.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure
And
out
she
what they could put in
said,
it.
she says,
Time of
Edith, it's a
day.
big piece of furniture, but she says, I just know that that's one house that could use it. And you can look at it and decide if you want it. And I told Jean before we left, I said, I know I want it. So so let's go in the truck. We've really, through the years, had fun refurnishing it because nearly every bit of the furniture now, the china cabinet, Daddy's mother died when he was 3. And so this had been, she had taken in sewing to buy that, so they had given that to Daddy, and Daddy said he didn't want it moved from this corner. And one of the things that he got was this dining room suit that he wanted to leave. And then, of course, Shirley and Kim and Mary Lynn all got some, you know, they got furniture from here too, but when the
Meal and
Mm-hmm.
we moved the wood stove out,
There's a lot of detail, even on the house.
have to tear it off and start again because it's, you know, it's not level and all that. Gene did my cabinets. He's now, his new home is
Do y'all have a visual of this house?
I want
Splatter. I never seen one of the stripes like that thing.
Where would it go to?
we found,
riding it.
we found a lot of things.
I love the color.
I I said I never had seen one like striped after those splatter stuff you see a lot. But, it's real cheery though with the yellow in it.
You could be in the interior of this honor.
Say this is like, yeah, this is a real unusual one.
This one was in the old dining room, John, the other side, the other side. This one had two. That's all right. Friend of ours, we asked him if he would see where our perfect. Easily. When they had all the stuff right.
Okay.
Did you get this pie saved? This is another one.
Thompson.
Oh.
So I ended up with 12 for everything and the platters and the
Well,
bowls.
it's beautiful.
And can't find it, kind of hard. I found one piece.
Oh, not anyway.
Send it like a little dog.
You remember the Dixon tenant, it was like,
Yeah.
you know, the one that they did not. I called that man when they were there when they did that, and they had the doors and all open. And then he would sell me the contents. It's a ragged, but turn, you know, they go all right. Got this piece right here. Got that, no, not that little table, this little table that's right here that is so deep.
Where's our cameraman? I'm here.
And it's got the little metal pieces on the bottom of it.
Well, you're missing.
Dr. Tour, I didn't know that.
You're missing her.
Carol Jean and I
It was
redid.
just the old black color that I
Uh-huh,
gives.
uh-huh. They had 3 iron beds.
I wish you'd send him a picture of it now, boy. I bet he'd be mad as fire.
No, the front,
Especially if he really does do.
see the front.
Oh, God. Pretty.
But we had a good time. Carol Jean got one like that, and Valerie got one like that with out of there. It was just unreal what was, what was in there.
And what do you use?
He didn't know quite he didn't know quite as much as he thought, huh?
That's right.
I bet she worked hard on all these pieces.
What name too? One strip these, not
That's it.
cuts it. It's what we did. And
I know mine,
I like him, kind of.
I used some kind of war base, but I didn't know whether you used those.
Cut the strippies too,
right,
I'm
the
familiar
cuts
with
it,
all
cuts
these.
it is. And this is the bed that this is the bed that Gene
Every
built
time.
when we went to college.
Okay.
Papa gave him the walnut that had come from here and then dried all those times. And when she grew up, we talking about trying to find pieces of furniture. I'll show you the bed in Valerie's room. And so a few weeks later on Swap Buy and Sell, they advertised an oak dresser and some ladder back chairs. So we went and ended up buying a dresser and the 4 chairs. Well, they wanted 5. We've had a good time.
There's a story behind every manager in this house.
And Gene, after we bought the place, there was no bath upstairs, and so he and Mr. Tom Wood. In fact, there was a bed up here that Brad slept in until he got ready to leave at about 6 years old and go to his room down there. So.
You like the door latch.
Is this the old school bed?
Came out of Nickel School, down at the one that they're redoing down at Appleton, Walnut Grove, wherever it was beforehand. John Pierce had Gene redo about 10. And then they didn't get the school off the ground, so he just gave Gene 2 of them. Valerie's got 1 of them. And this little table came out of that building out there, and the lamp came out of there. It just goes on and on. The stuff that. makes into a bed that my grandchildren call the princess bed, and they love to sleep on it. It would fold on back and then you make it up. I tell her that she really needs to take it down and put it down in her basement. You know, when she redoes her basement.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's gonna do that. But
She probably will. She's a good
Well,
girl.
it's
I
beautiful.
it is pretty, and it works real good here.
Oh, look at the beautiful lace curtains.
Jenny, windows are a problem in this house because they are 109 inches.
I was just gonna say, you can't get inside.
And I've used
Edith, where did this come from?
that was original here, and the bowl and the picture
Beautiful.
are in Fitzgerald, and Aunt Margaret wanted me to come get it, and I missed my chance, and so I don't know where it is now. She wanted me to come get it, and we didn't get to go then. Now this other
What was
set,
this supposed to actually be?
a used water closet.
Used water. Okay.
Mhm. I didn't know that for the
That's the big one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now those other little pieces were originally from here, but they had been at Mother's, and I brought those.
Well, I wasn't real sure what that
There's a
was.
razor strop.
I didn't know either. Somebody that came here
Just
asked me if I
regular
knew,
old-
and I said no, and they told
Iron
me.
bed.
It's good. It's just like the one I slept in when I was
Growing
growing
up.
up.
Fancy mirror, they too.
Grandpa Smith had that out on the back porch by the water. That was where he shaved every morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's equipped now. for
The
shaving.
lace strap. You don't see those much anymore, do you?
I know you don't.
Such a pretty room.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, does he? Yeah, Greg is,
Well, I mentioned, Republic Columbus College, do different things, courses or classes at different, and I told them that next quarter, I think they were gonna do one on me teach. And Greg said, oh, go and then teach me.
Hey, Ellen,
well,
Ellen, here's your spare bed.
Laurie wanted a china cabinet, and we had done some pieces, so she knew how it could change.
Right.
And
Wouldn't that be
she took
fun
one
to
and
sleep
Greg
on this
just helped
board?
her begrudgingly, you know, just to pacify her.
Bad.
Really, but it looks so good.
Does it have the curved glass or not?
No, this one looks more like a pie size, but they took the panels out and had glass put in.
And they had edged glass put in it, so it, I mean, it really
Picture of the
does
garden
look like
shop
a-
and Jean's
Couldn't
back.
believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't like
You
it
got the
big
garden
in the
shop
wood
on
or just call, you know, he wants it to look new. He has to refinish the perfection.
Gene.
Well, his daddy and them, you know, they have nice expensive stuff, but they discard it and they get other stuff, you know, it's not in the free, and so that's the reason he really couldn't believe that.
Jean was up here the other day.
Trees are like
Sunday.
that, I bet it's.
Oh,
like
it
that.
is. And he decided the other day he was so.
Yeah.
Well, you should invite the man back for a tour.
And then this
No,
is the
I'd
one,
never tell him.
this is the one that Valerie and I went to Kamak and bought, that we bought, and the lady delivered it.
Look at that rocking chair.
This came from the
This
Dixon
one went to
cabin
Fitzgerald, it was originally
next to Mama
here.
Joseph's
but,
campground.
And
Mhm.
Margaret
They
brought
tore it
it
down.
last year for my birthday, she
Oh,
said something.
oh, that's a pretty,
That's the one I was looking at.
But this little one right here, come look at all the mended places on it. See how they bolted them down, and then see how they put that Grandpa Smith, and this has got a wire around
He
it.
had a big
Was that
woodworking shop,
one
that
that was
wasn't
in
in
there?
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think that's one that I remember that always had dogs. in it.
Probably so. My grandchildren
That's a little
have
doll
just
there,
sort of
that cradle
outgrown,
too.
Yeah.
their baby dolls. I don't have anybody much to.
And with the towel racks here?
Uh-huh. They were when the dressers, were here.
I noticed one in there, and I thought you had put it up, and I
No,
saw this one, I said, no, they must have had them wherever
Yeah,
the.
that was a neat touch.
Now, do you remember this picture? My children think, it always was over the mantel in the parlor, or in the dining room, over the mantel. And this boat has always been in the wrong places. But they tell
They
me,
never caught my eye, other things did.
they tell me that they had a man that came through the area
The cat man.
Is he a
Oh,
cat?
is it
Is that a Catman picture?
and painted it.
I thought it
Is he a
looked like
catman?
one of these.
I don't know.
Look in the
No,
lower
it's
right.
not marked, so,
Yeah,
we have, the ones we
the
have
lower
are, the guy came and painted the
You
sky.
know, that I don't need to go to Thompson and move anything, because I don't have anywhere else for anything.
There's one hanging in my house.
Is it?
Yeah.
So like her.
She said, it looks like you, but your hair pulled in.
Uh-huh.
It does, that does. I'll have to check out ours and see if it looks that much like that.
But it does look like.
Oh, I thought this was a Honey Bunch book, but it's a
I
Bunny
got,
Brown
we
book.
got some of the Honey
Honey
Bunch
Bunch.
book.
I got the Honey Bunch books and Carrie, my granddaughter used to
You want this one?
read the Honey Bunch. It was the first whole book that she had read.
Oh, and it's cute, it says Valerie's room. Did you get this pretty washstand and this beautiful piece of furniture?
All right, just a second. Y'all getting ahead of me.
I know, and cute things over the stairs.
This one going fishing, ain't it?
All right. And it has a lamp in there. And you put that in there and turn your lights off, and it reflects it on the wall, and you can have moving pictures. That was Sears Roebuck.
Is that a kerosene lamp in it?
Like a
It is.
viewfinder.
Now, this is a movie. It's like a viewfinder.
But
I'll
it
slide
flashes it
projector.
on the wall. This was the
Here's the slides.
magic lantern.
Hold the slides up toward the light.
Okay,
Hold it
so
still.
that's the name of what it is.
Let's see.
What's the one?
Don't you need to get
Okay, just hold it still a second. I get it.
Oh, how cute.
Okay. Got that
Skinny
one.
dipping.
I want a skinny dipping. You need this.
All right, hold it still.
Skinny dipping. Fishing and all that.
Enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't seen blocks quite that big, but they're cute.
Okay,
I've
that's
seen,
good.
I've seen other things done with the blocks, but that's what I thought that was cute too.
So cute.
John
Map right here.
Make each in high school.
Let me
to
show you.
get out of
Let
it.
me find you. All right. This says W.P. Dozier.
This is
This was the
1910?
1910 map. This was, it has C.O.L. and Alvin Smith,
Yeah.
and then Dozier right here, and then you
Mount
get to
Manola,
Winfield,
Cherry.
right, and then.
Maybe those should try that.
Is that the curve there where the store is, the
Mhm.
Mistletoe Road? Okay. Joe's Road, Dozier
What's his
Road.
A.D. Dozier? What was J.G. Dozier?
J.G.
On the other
Gilmer
side of the
didn't
road
own
is
any land,
J.G.
did he? Did
Well,
Gilmer?
now that A.D. Dozier right there is
Right.
probably Mom and them.
That's Big Daddy. That's
No,
what
but there's no, up further, there's an A.D. Dozier, is it not?
Here's A.D. Dozier on
I
that.
thought I saw two. There was another one.
that's Big Daddy that AD there.
Okay.
That's right flag.
A.
It says that.
Banks
that
with
one.
A.D. Dozier, okay. I
Well,
just
I'm
knew-
glad to know somebody else will have a record, a tape.
Oh, no. Did you get a
It's T.H. Dozier. That's Uncle Tom, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Here's J.G. Dozier again.
So I sent a copy home with her. and she
Dunn
said,
store, wasn't that the Cobham store?
Take your house front steps.
Yeah, Boyd Dunn,
Yeah, I used to Dunn.
Cobham.
I remember the Cobham store. I wonder if...
Okay. Come on down to the end there. Let's got Oak.
You know, the way it was.
Down to Oak.
Neil store, I don't remember that one. Richard Neil, all right, there's Cobham.
Got one more room to show you. I've been here.
Yeah, we gotta go down to the dining room.
Been here 30 years.
I get stuck, I can go get the answers and finish it. Now, Mama and Elinor, it's a matter of principle. She'd pull out 20 books, but she'd get it finished.
I don't go to movies, so
It's just a time waster, and when I get through, I want to get the answers.
Well, this supposed to be the kitchen back here, isn't it?
It used to be the old dining room, and then the kitchen was passed here.
The kitchen was on past there? Okay.
They had connected with a little breezeway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the kitchen was torn down in the 50s, and then this was never used for a dining room in that I
No, we hardly ever got to come out.
We were going to make a little museum, and then we decided we weren't going to do that, and so it's just a good deposit place. So when I got the man last fall to come and paint it, took all this stuff under here and put it out on the porches, and I said, now somebody's going to buy that and take it with them before I'm not putting it back in here. When Daddy got real sick, and it stayed on the porch about 2 weeks, so I told my daughter, I said, let's move it back in here.
See, crosscut saw down there.
She said she was going to make a museum in here,
But I changed my mind, so now in the next few weeks I'm gonna move out a lot of
that
this
was
stuff.
buried under the house, that old carriage wheel. I dug it up one day.
It was
What's the
dining
iron
room,
thing right
and
there?
that
Sure.
door,
Good sausage.
No, oh, pop it.
Right here?
the,
Uh-huh. What is that?
we had sides, and that door doesn't lead anywhere now. It's sided over.
Now, I remember the old kitchen.
Probably part of a buggy seat.
Okay.
It was completely separate from the house, or was it connected?
Bet it was.
Yeah, you got stuff you didn't know you had.
You had to cross the porch to get to the dining room. And I can remember meals in that kitchen.
In that kitchen.
Then when I spent the night up there, Uncle Rob would get up about 4 o'clock, and you could have heard him singing 2 blocks at least.
Recognize
He
that?
was singing, and he would go to the kitchen and cook at 4 o'clock in the morning, and everybody better get up.
Somebody sit in that
See, you recognize the table?
Oh, yeah.
We got one just like it. He Margie had. And
Yeah.
Mama used to have one like that.
There's one that
Well,
Joe's
Well, I
house.
got a,
Janie's house, too.
that, there, I call the roll for what you will.
Okay.
You remember that the
Yeah, look at
cabinet
all the goodies in here.
that you have just moved from the store?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it had a top. We're gonna put the plywood top on.
I had selected,
And I took the top off and put black wrought iron legs on it and made it tape.
that I was going to
And
do.
then I put,
And
just
had gotten this painted,
plain
and
plywood
this was
on
in the
top of
store,
that.
and you put your string here, and you had your roll of paper.
You know, they used to
But you
serve,
had to fill with stuff.
you talking about that one right away?
Yeah, things look like a
Yeah.
frying pan upside
Well, pick it
down.
up.
They had two
All right, hold it for me now.
yesterday that had shells in it, that they filled with shells.
Hold my stick. All right, let's do that.
I mean, it's,
Mash that down, so you can turn it
Oh,
over.
that's waffle.
No, it wasn't
It's
waffle.
It wasn't waffles?
pancake thing or something. It looks flatter than a waffle. Oh.
They used to serve at the church, something of it, that they made in that ceiling.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I want,
Just a little thin,
It's probably the church
Crepe,
biscuits.
a
Right.
crepe.
Ain't Pearl used to always do that.
I want one of those, and, I asked.
Well,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to hold it
that's
from you,
what
I
I'm
just,
thinking.
it's heavy.
Supposed to make it taste like paper, and then if it looked like paper, I guess that was closer too.
Well, that's
I wondered
interesting.
if it was.
How about this other one? This one the same thing as over here?
Looks like the same.
Yeah, that's what I think it's for, communion.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What's the other thing right down with the little
Oh,
handle?
this is waffle.
Yeah, that was a waffle right there.
Yeah, that's a collar crimper.
Collar crimper.
That thing, yeah. Men used to wear that white collar.
with thread on them.
That's really cute.
Yeah, only you'll get the collar crimper?
You say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that,
Oh, yeah, that, you iron your colors through that.
when the collar's there, that makes the nails come out in a half moon shape.
Yeah.
Collar crimper. Okay.
But I had selected
Never
some
seen
of
one of
these
those
that
before.
I'm not real sure.
Fancy planes up in there.
Yeah, recognize those.
Because I've got a couch.
Well, we got a few of those at the museum, old tools.
Put in here and don't know exactly.
Chew at the back of the box.
So it's gonna make me sort of
Look at Joe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's the machine you cut it with, Daniel. That's
I
the
mean, I would.
plug
The
cutter.
bagger, plug cutter, right.
Use it if I did that.
Well, what happened to Daddy's old cigarette roller?
Well, now,
Pa Smith made that out of old slats.
well, I just haven't had
Wooden
seen one
slats
like
from-
that, that's what. In front of the
Venetian
fireplace
blinds.
this
It was made out of Venetian blind slat.
Well, I just
Oh,
knew I never had
cord.
seen one like that across the fireplace.
You know what that is?
Spittoon.
Yeah, Lally brought that to
Oh.
us.
We have several spittoons that came out of the Masonic Lodge in different places.
So
Matter
that
of fact,
Papa
Kevin
and Ken's the only one that
Sausage
still has
machine.
one in the
Yeah,
courthouse.
Wayland and Papa bought the
Here's one.
stockyard.
It's a coffee grinder, isn't it?
Except for that wing there.
I think it is. Isn't that a coffee grinder?
Auctioneer they did antique.
This one right here?
It's more like a meat grinder, but is it not?
I believe it's a coffee grinder.
I don't know what
Looks
that one
like
is.
a meat grinder.
The last, the kids called it Thomas.
It's supposed to be for dry stuff, but it looks like it's not really heavy duty. I believe that's coffee.
Their brothers and sisters.
What would this be?
That's a paper roll.
Oh,
yeah.
This is where the twine
You know,
set.
when you just shut them, when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
them out, and after I got through
They used
roasting
to have
children,
them
they
in
tried to
store.
work
They
it
store on
right.
this
What
side.
happened to the one that was
And,
in
for
this
Grace,
store?
that's some beautiful things got free.
What are the sports?
No, in these, my husband's.
Oh.
He actually ran up on something that he
I remember
didn't
the
put
front
once
row, but
himself,
I
and that doesn't happen very often.
That was Daddy's mother's diploma. And that Pierce Institute was in Thompson, up there where the new Family Life Center for the Methodist Church is. It was the old large owned school building up there. And,
You know,
became-
when we went to the Foresters right next door to Linda.
Yeah.
that was her.
Juicer.
It used to mount down to a table and had a handle. Now
It's a sausage machine.
Yeah.
run your cloth down there and stuff on
Yeah,
it.
fancy sausage, I tell you. I remember those days. I don't know whatever became of those in our house. I'll let you have it back. That's another big one.
Yeah, now that one was here, and it was in the little dressing room when Miss Adam May used to stay with Mom Pearl after Papa died. In that little bedroom there that had the single bed next to the bathroom had that in it. But it
Anyway,
won't
we
go
can close
upstairs.
that thing, Edith. You know, it makes a picture. You remember how,
Depends on what's right there.
right?
What is this down here?
Remember
It's a
those?
drill press.
Oh, okay.
Sift flour.
It's still got one like that downstairs, I
You
think.
never had to sift your flour? You're the old damn, I know. Doc, do you remember those, don't you?
I probably
The strainers at the milk bar didn't look a lot different from it.
Right.
Gee, now I will. That one was
Other won't. And inside in here, there is a figure, and some days you can see it.
Oh, really?
In what? In
You
that?
know,
In the door,
Yeah,
you
it's-
say.
They've all been through that closet.
Well, it's been probably 2 or 3 months ago. There were wedding presents in there.
She had married something, I said, well, who gave it to her?
Oh.
And whatever it was, she said,
so many
something, I said, well, go in there in your closet and look under the bottom shelf, pull those 2 boxes out. And she started, and she said, do you mean that I never went through this with all these years? And I noticed it was so tight with the newspaper, they said they couldn't get it back in there if they ever pulled them out. But it was, none of the girls knew they were in there. And it's this, the Cohen pattern cut glass stuff that was so popular right then.
Okay.
That it's there in several pieces and 2 or 3. And all my curiosity didn't go through there. I said, y'all just didn't think you could get it.
Right.
Now you would have
They
got it right.
came in handy, didn't they?
They didn't do that.
What is that?
Because I went to.
That door over there, that's the door to the kitchen.
But you can come out here and watch.
She said that was the door to the kitchen.
The kitchen got tore down.
Gene was saying that he had wanted to make this into a Florida room.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But Linda doesn't know what that is.
Bet she doesn't either.
Kitchen used to be right out here.
Birdhouse, isn't that cute?
And you had a hole and you had to cover up.
Oh, pretty.
I didn't think it being out. You know what that was. Now, wait a minute.
We used the wood heater. And as Gene and I have gotten older and our knees don't work as well, he learned to take the tractor and put a platform and load the wood and lift it up. It works really good.
The banister didn't wear out.
Back before Christmas. I knew he was doing it out here, but I didn't get up and come, and so he came on, you know, like I always said, well, those two prongs that the wood platform sits across, they fit exactly on that banister, and when he came this way, the banister's went this way. That's what's left of it. So he says now when he puts it back, he's going to put on.
In other words, he's going to
gate that will open. Well, no, not anymore. It was when the girls were growing up.
Oh, this was cellars and stuff back then.
Yeah, this was where the wild cats stayed.
Edith and I didn't even come. Be careful. We got to plunder some, but we had a lot of places
too close tabs.
We could have had a mean game of hide and seek, couldn't we?
Oh, gee.
But a lot of
I've been doing this. I've been doing this.
I don't know that you should do
Stuff. And my aim is to thin it out. This was the wood stove that Mom Pearl was using when we moved here.
Is this one kerosene?
Uh-huh. And the other wood cooking stove is up at Carol Jean's. She's using it in her kitchen.
There was a kerosene cooking stove.
This
And what about the one behind you? Is that a wood?
This was wood.
That's the one my pearl was using.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when
Move that one out.
that Aunt Beth bought that one probably in the early 50s.
I was just going to say, that one looks
Right. She
modern
bought
from what I
that
remember.
one and had it put in.
What's the long slender box for?
It's just a,
David Bullard.
David Bullard.
Yeah, it used to have a sneeze shield on the front of it there, and it had a light up underneath
Is
it.
that a pickle jar?
well,
Mm-hmm.
it's got what's the date on the back. Of course, I think they make reproduction, so I don't know if that's.
1858.
Yeah, I don't know if
1858.
don't know that that's original.
There's a molasses
Said
barrel
45
of it.
cents on the top, how old
Yeah, I
it
was thinking,
45 cents.
Wood and metal thing over there?
That was
Wood.
the ice box that
That
was
was
on
the ice,
the
right.
back porch.
Yeah, that's the ice box.
Yeah, they buried the ice in the shavings and all.
The wooden thing, is this a molasses barrel?
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
could-
peg in it,
Yeah, I see.
and the old shoe last sitting over there.
Uh-huh. You used to have these shoe lasts just like that one.
Look, we all got, and,
that's another pretty one.
You found a prize.
vinegar.
White House vinegar.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that pretty?
When we first moved here,
I
our
like this
children dug in
I
bottles.
forgot to pack. Well, that one's pretty. Somebody needs to have.
One of these was the outer house, wasn't it?
Huh?
One of these was the outer house,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
the one on the far side down there. You remember you used to get a whole damn meeting down.
One of them was, had hanging meat.
Will really needs to take a picture of this wall right now. Don't you think?
No.
It was that way,
Don't
y'all,
let 'em look
30
in there.
years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
It was like that 30 years ago.
Well, now, one of these, I'm sure, was the, had meat in it.
That one they hung me in.
Yeah.
This one was the meat.
This one, the meat queuing room?
Yeah.
Look at this marble for the doorstep.
Yeah, look at that marble one.
Solid as can be.
And then you stored your potatoes and onions.
Isn't this interesting?
These are the kind of beams he'd replace. This is what he had. He'd replace them over there in that room.
Good gracious. they
The
really
hand
were.
hewn, all of them different size, different thickness.
What a job.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we got in here.
That's her gourd crop, right?
We haven't got any shop around here yet, have we?
Not yet.
I've never seen such a big place.
That's it. We were supposed to come today or next Sunday.
Oh, and what did she say?
What we got in this one?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Lawnmower.
Yeah.
Just
Well, all this used to be open underneath here, remember?
Get on the
Yeah,
roof.
Yeah.
and we eat out a lot.
Edith, you know what the age of it is?
Yeah.
house?
Yeah, when it was built.
1814.
1814.
That makes it not too
That's
good.
what we've been told.
Uh-huh. Fish cleaning table. This one right here? Oh, yeah, I believe that's an addition. That's not the original.
That's not the original. You're right there.
All these little things right here were on these.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, I've been here.
Blacksmith shop right over there with them
Uh-huh.
working with a forge, you
Look
know,
up
right over
overhead.
there.
Mm.
This looks like Papa's car garage. He got stuff hung
That's what I told Will. Just look up over here at those plow parts.
But I remember them working right here with
Yeah.
a forge.
There's the drill press.
And one behind you. Gene the cows.
That's your drill.
Water pump. Yeah, the bellows for the...
And that's a juicer over there? What is that?
That's a bellows. Oh, that's a little pump, like we used to have it at Winfield School.
Yeah, okay. Where's the pump?
That little one right
Another
there.
drill press.
Oh, yeah. I remember the pump.
Crosscut saw, mower machine blades.
Well, there's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, Gene, you ain't learned yet.
I bet you have done that before.
I was watching out for my knee that time.
Here's your turn right here.
Okay, churn.
That used to be a churn.
Jeans.
It's a good answer.
This is part of the blacksmith stuff here, isn't it? Isn't that a forge?
That was to make mules.
Yeah, I remember that being right over there. And
What is that one?
Isn't this what you call an ant?
Used to have
Yeah, we got
a
one.
cable coming out, kind of like a speedometer cable,
Uh-huh.
and you turn this thing, and this big gear operated that little bitty gear, made it run fast. It
Uh-huh.
operated a set of clippers, which you clip your horse.
Yeah, it used to be one under the old store. The one that burned up there. Used to be one like that. It had a chain in it that was a flexible cable.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gene, the pegs for where they were put together to show Linda. Where were
Here's some here. There's one right there.
Here's
That
one.
back.
You better knock
Put that
that back
back.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one.
Here's
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They just look like knots in the wall if you're not looking real close. That one does look like a knot. But that was the nails, Linda.
Then if they had a nail, it was a handmade one, but it was a while before they did that.
Are the bulls telling you to hurry and get well?
How was a peg? Hey, how was a peg made? Was it
By
wood?
hand.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Some of them were tapered, some were,
You mean like this rectangle one?
yeah, that's more or less a wedge, but does the same difference. They used to keep the carriages up on there, and this results in the hubs on the carriages hitting
Cleaned
the...
up Gene keeps his shop.
In fact, I had to rebuild that one and that one.
I remember Uncle Ed would keep his pickup on here. He used to keep pickup
Yeah.
on here, and part of the time he'd keep it in the garage out there.
That old pickup's parked behind your old home place right there now.
Yeah.
See the different kind of wedge up there in the corner, Will?
Uh-huh.
Watch out for this cord, don't trip over.
And see, we had this kind of
Oh,
freaking
this-
and had ping pong table and all in here.
Well, I knew we never got to come in it, but I thought Mr. Alton had a woodworking shop in addition to that blacksmith shop that was out there.
No, I think all whatever he did right out that way.
Now, Edith can tell you about that tunnel out there in Thompson
You know, they used to sweep the
that
yard.
connects the house to the garage that we used to tap with our skates and try to figure out where it
I know
was.
it. And scared to
At
death.
the bottom, that somebody was going to catch their head boo. I was trying to tell them that they could go from the house.
Knock it all down.
And it-
And there.
Black market day, so it's, that was the
And
one
it
that
caught
we had.
fire one time, and he had tires and
Oh,
sugar
really?
stashed when it was being rationed, and
Oh,
he didn't want anybody, I mean, I don't know the whole story on that, but he didn't want anything known that he
Edith
had
used
all
to
that
tell me,
stuff.
we tried to tap the tunnel with our skates, you know.
See your repair equipment over here, the house jacks.
Yep, those were Grandpa Smith's house jacks.
Got his cricket cages ready to go to work over here.
Old Gene after going through the
Well, I
house
sure
in
thought that that was, it was taboo to come down here, but I really thought that he had a wood shop. In addition to that, you know, we saw that from a distance because there was usually a hot fire.
Well, you know, the other thing that made it so different, that was not concreted, and it had red dirt with potholes.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
the
I remember
shrubbery
that, but I know
shrubbery
we
that
never
went-
came behind these two doors.
And so that's probably where they fastened the shutters up. See the little lights like that?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it was around, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Probably had a different shutter from that one.
Let's see if we throw it. Go down the stairs.